When I ask someone if they need security and they say no, I know immediately that they've never had anything bad happen to them. When they say yes, they've either been trained and mentored very well, or they've had something bad happen to them. I believe people make poor choices about gun control laws because they have a false sense of their own security. They don't think my mindset is relevant in everyday American life. They'll say things like, I got police, security cameras, or alarms. Okay, that's great. All that stuff can serve a purpose, but it's secondary. When we're overseas on target, we typically have a QRF standing by, a quick reaction force. It's a really nice thing to have in your back pocket when stuff hits the fan. But guess what? When rounds start flying, the only thing that's gonna save my ass and the guys around me is our training, weapons, and the tools we're carrying. No drone, QRF, or really cool tech is gonna save my life. Not in the immediate gunfight anyway. If you aren't training and taking the time to educate yourself on the reality of family and personal defense, then you're basically volunteering to be a victim. And when bullets start flying, you're relying on your quick reaction force, the police, and hoping that they get there in time while you cower in the fetal position behind a rock. Not the way I imagine you going out, is it? If you're okay with that, like I think Pierce Morgan is, that's fine. But don't interfere with my right to be capable enough to protect myself, my family, and this country. Think about the way any important person is protected, like the president, for example. Yeah, they've got escape routes mapped out, snipers on rooftops, and extra teams nearby. But what do they put as close to them as possible? Men with guns. And that is the last option they would ever give up. So why are people so quick to vote against their own right to have the same protection as the president? Yeah, there's probably never gonna be a bill on the table that bans all guns outright because no one will ever go for it. But all those little gun restrictions are like a bunch of jabs that eventually lead up to a knockout. Think about a magazine capacity law, an assault weapons ban, a waiting period, or any other gun control law like this. Does it make you more reliant upon secondary security options like law enforcement, home alarms, neighborhood security? Not totally dependent, but more dependent. Then ask yourself, would guys who work in security for a living, whose jobs depend on their ability to keep people safe, would they ever sign off on a new rule that made them more dependent upon a quick reaction force or any other secondary security element? If your answer is you're not in the security business or your life isn't in danger, it's time to accept the reality that no one ever thinks they'll become a victim until it's too late.